Yo, what is up with it? Nah, okay. This is Donald.
We're here, week 1.
Yep. And John. Yep.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
So, unfortunately, Jeff won't be joining us this week. A couple things came up. Next week, we're going to have a more consistent schedule for reviewing matches. Yep. And, of course, we're going to have, like, a lot higher quality as well. This is sort of a test run. But, yeah. So you just want to jump straight into the matches then, John?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so the first match this week was Chris White and the Hillock-Liners, I think you pronounce it, versus the Conolay City Cherums, which is John.
Yes.
So, John, I'll kind of let you take the lead on this one since you were the one battling.
Okay. So when I saw his team, this was basically exactly what I prepped. You know, I had Arrow. My whole plan was it's a great defensive core, so I have to wear it down with Toxic. But he has that Aggron right there, and I can't Toxic that. So I designed Rotom and Magneton to just Volt Switch on it constantly until I could wear it down. And hopefully Toxic the rest, and then have Mimikyu, Arrow destroy the weakened walls.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah. And funny thing enough, I EV'd my Arrow to outspeed Scarf Bulu, but I forgot it to outspeed Scarf Buzzwole, and he actually was Scarf Buzzwole.
Wait, what's Buzzwole's base speed? Isn't it the same as Bulu? 80?
I think Bulu's 75, and it's like 79, maybe.
Okay.
Because they're all prime numbers.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, it was slower than Buzzwole.
Oh, that's stupid. It reminds me of that GBA thing that happened like earlier this week with like Gator switching in the Buzzwole after he realized it would already be slower or whatever. There's something going on there. But
it was great. All right, so do you want to start the replay?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, 3, 2, 1. So turn 1, he leads Buzzwole. I lead Rotom. I guess not wanting to take a hit, he goes directly into Latias, but I just Volt Switch into my T-Tar. And I could Pursuit this, but it's not a big threat because I also have Jirachi, so I just want to get up rocks first.
Fair enough. I was kind of surprised when you didn't Pursuit in the match. But, like, it makes a lot of sense. Why does he bring it back out?
I don't know. He may have been... What was he predicting? I don't know. Maybe my Magneton and he wanted to hit it with an Earthquake? I don't know, but it's dead now. So, he goes Aggron. I'm just going to go back to my Rotom, which is there. But he doesn't Mega and Rock Slide, so he keeps the stab. I'm like, what a Dawn play. That was such a...
No, that's actually really good.
I know, but so then I just go into Magneton to trap it. And actually, I thought it was a roll. Thunderbolt, I think, would have killed based on how much Volt Switch did. But, it was fine. I'm just going to defog. But I'm Scarf, so I actually can't, kill it after.
Yeah,
I didn't think he'd stay in.
Yeah, he knew it was Scarf. I don't know how.
I guess he knew it was Scarfed, yeah.
There wasn't really that much information there, though, so I'm surprised he was able to discern that already. It was probably just an instinct.
Right. Exactly. So now I don't have rocks up, so I'm kind of afraid of his walls, but it's fine. But he doubles. Oh, yeah, he catches my T-Tar with his Raikou, which is a good play. But the thing is, my Jirachi is literally there to check Bulu. It's faster than it, and it takes every single hit it can go for. So I just go right back into Jirachi. And Hornleech does, what, like 27? And then I recover it back with Grassy and my leftovers. So I only take, like, 13% that turn, which is awesome. And I can just sub up. Because I'm sub-toxic, and the set is supposed to be sub-toxic Fire Punch, but since I killed Aggron, I foregoed Fire Punch and ran Protect instead to get more recovery. And as you'll see, that's gonna come in handy later in the battle.
Right.
Because I Protect on this as he Drain Punches. And I think at this point, I know he's Scarf because he outsped my Jirachi. So I'm going to go hard Mimikyu, and I think he predicted that and went Raikou.
Yeah.
But my T-Tar is literally designed to beat Raikou, so I just sack Rotom. But he was I thought he'd be Specs, but I didn't want him Volt Switching and then going Buzzwole, so I sacked Rotom, but he was Subcalm Mind. But literally Tyranitar is here to beat this, so I'm not too worried about it. So you Calm Mind.
He keeps setting up against it, too.
As I Rock Slide. I thought he couldn't be Aura Sphere because he's not shiny. So I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do, but he Shadow Balls, does 9, but then I miss and he Spadef drops me.
Like that's still the best case scenario for him. It's just I'm surprised he stayed. Yeah. Not that he really has any hard switch-ins to T-Tar. I guess Alomomola.
No. Alamola, I think I showed Toxic, which could be annoying. Yeah, but he Shadow Balled again. I don't know why. He could have killed my or he could have kept my T-Tar really low.
Because that Raikou would have been probably useful for Aerodactyl if it were healthy. If you're running Earthquake, though, never mind.
No, yeah, I think I ran Earthquake. But then he goes Bulu. I have Jirachi to counter that. So I'm just gonna sub up, but he stayed in, so he got me there on the Mega Horn.
Chris is just making a lot of really like unexpected plays. He has really hard reads on certain things.
I think exactly. I think he makes predictions, but like they're just not the time he should be predicting,
or they're just like really strange enough to catch you off guard.
Right.
I will say this is my week 2 opponent, and if he plays it like straight up and doesn't go for anything that's like super unexpected, he has such a good matchup against me. But like,
yeah, it's true.
It kind of does give me some hope with how he's playing here, like that he'll over predict or something, and give me an opening that I need. Because like once one or two of his Pokemon come down, like the rest of his team isn't really that hard to break up and exploit.
No, you just gotta wear down his walls. But then, so I'm on turn 31 right now. My Jirachi is stalling the Alamola. Dude, it took 3 Scalds just to break my sub. That's crazy. Jirachi's bulky. And I'm not clicking Iron Head because I don't want to take Rocky Helmet, which he is. So I'm just clicking Toxic. Yeah. And I don't want to... So yeah, I'm just alternating between Sub, Protect, Toxic. Saving my PP. And he goes back into Buzzwole. So this is good because Buzzwole is literally the last offensive pressure on his team. That's scary because it's faster than everything.
I mean, he has nothing to break your Jirachi at this point in time. You would
and I always have Mimikyu's Disguise in the back too, which is really nice.
But like, what I would probably do in this situation is I'd probably just stay in with a Lamola for as long as I could. Just because I think that's like the most expendable Pokemon that's left. He needs the offensive pressure in order to be able to do something, whereas Lamola can at least stall for longer until you make a mistake or something.
Yeah.
But even so, he's just in a really bad position at this point because he's lost a couple Pokemon that he really needed.
He really needed Aggron in this battle, but like I didn't let him have it.
That's one of the bad things about Aggron, though. It can't really escape or anything because it already has its Mega Stone.
Oh yeah, you can't run Shed Shell. I'm like, yeah, it's just trapped.
Makes me really wish I had a Steel Trapper, you know?
No, you don't though. Feels bad. I love Magneton. It's great. So yeah, we can just skip the rest. Oh yeah, I go hard Magneton because I could just sit there and Protect Stall it, but Magneton OHKOs with Specs Thunderbolt, so I'm just gonna do that.
And it's not like
it's
not like he's actually hitting you with anything with that Pokemon.
No, and then Buzzwole just dies to the rocks. So Tyranitar got 3 kills, tied for the lead. My Spidef Tyranitar.
He's up there with the likes of the mighty Ambipom.
We'll get into that later. It's gonna be heat. All right.
Next battle. Do you want to put this one on to just like a slower speed, or do you think that was a fine speed?
Normal's fine, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Play in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So Manectric lead on the Mamoswine. This play is called. He predicted rocks, so he went Espeon, but this ate a knockoff.
I have the wrong one up.
Whoops. Here, I'll reset it.
Here.
I'm watching Eric and
I have it out of order. All right. We'll crop. I'll crop this out of the. I'll try.
Cool.
All right. So starting in 3, 2, 1.
2, 1. All right. So Manectric on the Mamoswine goes hard Espeon on the knockoff. He was definitely predicting rocks.
I mean, that's a fair prediction, but it's something that's just so obvious that he's going to do. So why not knock in that scenario? You know, he has Espeon. You have to be aware that you can't just like this isn't like 2008 anymore, or whatever. This isn't like 5th gen. This is 7th gen. People know it at this point.
And I think knockoff was smart just in case Celesteela was leftovers, which I don't know if it was. It could have been Z move.
See, like he gets the rocks up anyway at this point, and then Earth doesn't really have that amazing hazard control after the fact.
No. Yeah, and Staraptor and Noivern are going to take big damage. But then, the Flame Charge! Oh, no!
I mean, it's static Zapdos. That's what it does. Like,
I know.
It's risky.
This was such a good event. And then he gets parried. He goes for HBI's predicting, and then he misses leech seed. Oh my!
Feels
All
bad,
the
man.
hacks. All the hacks.
Oh, another.
My! Another para. Leech seed. Okay.
Like I said to John
Wow.
before, like I was watching this, like I haven't really seen this one in much detail. The other ones I've kind of like watched and analyzed on my own already, but this one I'm kind of just watching like for the first time, really. And this is just really unfortunate.
Basically, Zard X kills everything because Eric does not have much for Zard X.
I also know for a fact that this is Dragon Tail Milotic with no other attacking moves. And I see a Granbull on Jeff's team right now that, you know...
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. I don't want to reveal Eric's full tech with the Milotic, just in case he brings it another week, but like it doesn't have anything to hit Granbull for sure. So he can't, he has to eliminate Granbull, but he has nothing to force it out. Like, why is Granbull ever going to come out in this scenario? Well, Celesteela is still
exactly.
there.
That was a nice read, though. He overheated on the wish, but then look, Zard X just comes in and claims another kill. Goodbye, Celesteela. Oh, even Dragon Dance. Yeah, because Manectric can't touch Zard X if anything. HPI. So yeah, just goodbye. Goes in the Manectric. Another, and now it's just Dr. Worm versus the world.
Which it's impossible because he only has Dragon Tail.
Yeah, he only has Dragon Tail. So
this is why I keep telling Eric not to run this set.
Jeff just ends it early for Leaf Storm.
He could have just hard switched into Granbull and not taken any damage. Like that is also a win con. Like he didn't even need that there. But that was just like very decisive. I think it.
Jeff has a really good core. Zapdos, it's really annoying to break through.
I think it could have been a little bit tighter if there hadn't been a lot of hacks there with the Celesteela. If the Celesteela actually got some momentum at some point. But even so,
he didn't have. Right.
Do you want to take a moment to go over Eric's transactions this week?
Oh yeah, sure. Who did he pick up?
So he dropped after this the Staraptor. He also dropped Florges and Diggersby, neither of whom came this week. Because I did Eric's draft for him, and those were the last two Pokemon I picked because I thought they made sense for his team. But he doesn't really know how to use them, so there was never really any odds of him bringing them. So he dropped those three, Florges, Diggersby, and Staraptor, for Terrakion, Terrakion, Blissey, and there was one other mon I'm trying to remember. Typhlosion.
Mm-hmm. I like
so
that.
I don't really want to break through his team right now with Terrakion, Celesteela, Milotic. That's going to be and Blissey. Yeah, it's going to be really really annoying.
Just to eat those special hits. Definitely.
But, you know,
that's some solid moves.
At the same time, I'm probably going to have to see him, you know, get to learn the team a little bit more. Eric started really slowly last season as well. He ended up having some close sets with other like good competitors at the end of the season. He beat me really easily, actually. Salty. Mm-hmm. But
he almost beat me.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like a 2-0.
Yeah. But like he had a really bad start to the season. It takes a while to explore his team and find like stuff he wants to do. So like I don't expect him to bounce back this week, but you know, somewhere down the line I could.
I will say that he did get 2 rockers, which he had 0 before, and now he has 2.
Yeah, but that's just going to encourage him to run the stupid Milotic set over and over again, and it's not going to work. People are better than they were last year.
Yeah,
that's true. Full of a bunch of idiots anymore.
Dragon Tail. So good.
Loki, I half expect. By the time this is uploaded and everything, the match will probably already be played. I'm very much calling a Slurpuff sweep next week with Gloomac just setting up and destroying everything on Eric's team. I really hope he just sends it out raw against Milotic and then just clicks Belly Drum, because that would be hilarious.
I hope he knows. That would be so funny. He did his homework. We'll see. But
I hope my boy Eric bounces back, but that was a pretty rough showing. Good stuff to Jeff, leading the league right now.
Definitely. Alright, next battle, Gloomac versus Jacob.
So this is the one that I was most excited for coming in, because Jacob last season was pretty impressive. He had a really hard schedule, so he didn't really perform that well if you look at the record. But I mean, he beat you. He's the only one who beat you.
He did. Only person.
You won the league all defeated except for that one game against Jacob.
Except for that one game.
You know he's a really good player.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, he wasn't able to put it together last season. And Glumac, of course, being untested, we knew he was one of the better coaches coming in, but we're not sure exactly how good he is.
He drafted Sand.
Yeah, we have a team that we have like some questions about. It's sort of like a new, it's sort of a newbie team if you think about it, really.
I think we gave it like a 13 out of the 16 teams. It wasn't very high.
I think I definitely liked it a little bit more than you guys did. But like, it's the new team. It's the team that's like it's solid and played very well. It's very effective. But at the same time, there's really
I think
not
he
much
used
depth.
it really well.
Yeah, he did. So do you want to get into the match now, or?
Yeah, sure.
Right,
3, 2, 1. Okay, so Swampert lead on the Glalie. I thought he was going to freeze dry him turn 1, but he just double edges and 2 KOs anyway. So, didn't matter.
I mean, yeah, he goes for rocks there, but you can't really stay in and expect to like live against this monstrosity.
No, Glalie's strong. Yeah. And then he doing the standard Jacob, the Magnet Rise, Klefki, he loves to run that.
I had told Glumac before, like, yeah, watch out for, like, Brain Dance and stuff like that, because you know he's going to bring that on Klefki. It's, like, such a good move.
It'll happen.
Expect the Magnet Rise myself, though, but it makes a lot of sense against the Sand team.
Yes, definitely, and Skadrill. Dude, but look, now it's a screen war, reflecting all the screens. Dude, and this is a big play. He knocks off on the Justified Lucario.
That was just, like, a very good setup, like Glumac. I like how he just decided to switch
that in there.
Yeah,
and now,
dang,
Gravangelo just dropped to 1. That's crazy.
Plus 3 at this point.
Plus 3, no life. Oh, and then I don't think the miss mattered because I think he still would have lived.
I did the calcs afterwards. He lived if he was like not minus Spadef, but he shouldn't be.
Yeah, which I think he's full physical. Yeah. So yeah. So he closed 2 AKOs to Klefki. Yeah, Jacob has to sack so many mons just to beat this Lucario. I think he makes the right play, though, getting up screens and then sacking Swampert. Yeah. That was smart. But at this point, it's going to be tough. But hey, Delmise hangs on, so Lucario does not lead the league in kills. It's tied with 3.
And it has a death. It has a death, unlike Admipom. So.
True. 3 and 1.
But at this point, I think that it's just kind of clear that Jacob doesn't have anything left in the tank to actually...
no, everything's too slow.
Because
I think Excadrill at this point just wins.
Even the keys are wounded enough to this point where they're not really going to be able to put in much work.
Yeah. If you look at it, though, because he really can't touch the Klefki, if anything, because ground moves. I guess Esco's Iron Head. But still, like, he makes some plays. But the thing is, Klefki's not doing anything back, so it can't hurt Excadrill, because it only has Toxic. So it's just... basically over at this point. He's going to go Crest, I think get up screens?
Yeah, I think that's what he does. He gets up screens and goes Excadrill to protect Komala from doing anything.
Right.
Yeah, I think he just goes for Reflect. I don't even think he touches light screen, does he? Yeah.
Let's see. Return. Is that... oh, that's Banded Komala. It has to be. I think. Did 44 through screens. That's strong. Maybe Komala's just that strong. Knocks him out. And it goes hard Excadrill, which is Glumac's nicknames. Can I just say, wow.
Glumac is, I think he's going to turn into like one of the heels of the league. Like, it turns really into just like trash talk, coming in clutch in the Discord, and then just like picking this team, like, we underrated him, he's just going to come out of nowhere, So
man, solid 4-0.
Yeah, I know. It's just really clean. Like, yeah, he sacked 2 Pokemon, but they were both calculated.
Right.
It was like the 2 5-0s in our division. I think it was actually just as like, it's a case of differential not really meaning everything, because I think that Glumac just had complete control of the game.
Yeah, it was exactly.
Maybe if a turn had gone different, if he had mispredicted something and hadn't really gotten that sweep up going with Lucario, things would have been very, very different. But it was just seemed like it was calculated, and it seemed like he did everything right. So,
right, he just had too much fire. I think he overpowered Jacob's team. Yeah. Too much firepower. Yeah. Lucario, Lando, Glalie. But actually, I think he dropped Glalie.
Yeah, speaking of firepower, he dropped Glalie. he drops Glalie and Rotom Wash. Rotom. Yeah, who he didn't even bring yet, and he picked up Gyarados Mega and
Gardevoir, which Dave was not happy about.
Yeah, Dave and Glumac are going to have a little bit of a rivalry this season. It's going to be great.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
They're 2 very different players. Glumac, you just saw like the simple efficient play. Oh, I'm going to set up
Right.
screens and then I'm going to sweep.
Yeah,
Versus,
standard. Very
versus
standard.
Dave, who's like the most out
The Scald
there
Mew.
player. Yeah.
The Drill Peck Empoleon.
Yeah. So they're very different players. They're also very,
Very
different.
different.
Lumac's like quick on the timer and everything. Dave likes to take his turn. Then Lumac goes and takes Dave's favorite Pokemon. So there's definitely
love
going to
it.
be some here. They play in week 3 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I do play week 3. That's so fire.
Personally,
That's gonna.
well, I can't hope they're both 2-0 because I really want Pace to beat Dave this week. I've already prepped them, and Pace was beating me most of the matches actually.
Ooh.
Well, that's the
Okay.
thing, you know. Like it'll be really interesting seeing them play in the interconference battle next week.
Definitely. I agree.
But yeah, there weren't any changes to Jacob's team, were there? He kept everything pretty much the same.
I think he kept everything.
All right. I think
best
most of the
one-hand.
transactions
Yeah.
were over in the other division, actually. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Do you want to do the final battle? I think this is all you.
All right. Okay, so coming into this battle, before I even get into anything,
Tell me.
in terms of my team prep and everything, I know from the beginning that Ambipom's going to put in a ton of work because Anna. Okay,
No
here's
steel
my
type?
opinion of Anna. She's actually does some really interesting things with her sets at the beginning of the seasons. Like she has a lot of sets that you wouldn't necessarily anticipate, and makes good use of them too. Plays them well, battles them well. In terms of battling skill, she's like very much middle of the line, I think, in terms of like the league.
Yeah.
Her record does not really indicate that from last season, but at the same time, her team prep, her team building, drafting in particular this season was awful. There's really nothing else to say about that. She does not have a rock, steel, or ghost type on her team, so nothing resists normal. And nothing outspeeds Ambipom unless if it's scarfed.
Oh no.
So yeah. So I knew that I would put in a lot of work. I would just be able to fake out and U-turn around your team. I brought 2 Scarfers too because she's very slow, and I figured that way I can just kind of.
Oh,
I had
Scarf Lando too.
I had Scarf Lando and Scarf Darmanitan.
Oh, it was rocks on Stakataka, right?
Yep.
Yep,
So
gotcha.
I was just basically like, I'll just turn around her team. She's not really going to be able to do too much.
Yep.
And that's going to be
No
my
ground
plan
resist
going in.
either.
Yeah,
So Lando can just spam Earthquake.
true, but at the same time, she does have a lot of physically bulky Pokemon, so I didn't want to like overly rely on that.
I agree.
But anyway, I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1.
Cool. Joey the Ampapom leads off.
Yeah, so I got lead Ambipom. Arcanine's probably the smartest lead she could get because it beats both. It does work against both of my potential leads. So I just kind of switch out in the Protect because I kind of fear the Extreme Speed, which will do over half the Ambipom if it's an offensive Arcanine. So at this point, I just started to pivot around her, and there's really not much she can do. She's kind of forced to hard swap into matchups that she doesn't really like.
Yeah, I feel like she's stuck in the void.
At the same time,
She
since
just
I
keeps
keep
getting
pivoting in
switched.
Ambipom for all the fake outs, I'm just building a lot of chip against her team. That's really useful for my
Exactly.
purposes. So eventually, I managed to bring in Vikavolt against
The Skull
yeah,
Burn.
Takachini. Yeah, she should be running Surf. Like, there's no excuse for that.
Definitely. No, she predicted your pickable. Alright, but you agility, HP ice, only to 61.
It's because
That's
it was
crazy.
Max Spadef, Assault Vest, Vikavolt. If nothing on her team were
my
scarfed,
gosh.
if nothing on her team were scarfed, and nothing on her team had Assault Vest, then I actually won the game right there.
That's crazy.
But I didn't expect Chomp to be scarfed or Assault Vest. I don't know why I didn't, but I probably should have. I expected Scarf Zoroark, but I didn't think that would come out right away. But anyway, yeah, I have to lose. I overcommit, lose Vikavolt there, but I managed to bring it back, go Stakataka, and get some damage off against some of her bulkier Pokemon, and take out the Garchomp in the process. So that's always very helpful for me.
It rocks up just to chip that Arcanine from coming in. It's so annoying, but like it's me taking 25 now.
At this point, I suspected it's defensive Arcanine, which is probably more annoying than offensive for my team. But
yes,
even
definitely.
so, like, I'm really grateful. I need that chip up. That's why I went for it there at the end of the trade room turns. I could have hit another move and killed the Venusaur, but I really wanted to
Venusaur.
get chip against Arcanine.
No, Rox is smart.
Plus-
Because Arcanine is just annoying.
Plus, if I leave Venusaur alive, that encourages her to switch more and keep bringing in Arcanine on rocks over and over again.
Oh,
So that really helps.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, what was that? You went hard Ampapom on the Flare Blitz? Were you predicting something? Or?
So, part of it was that I knew that Ambipom would be able to live and get a fake out turn. I will also say...
And if it wasn't a Guava Berry, you 2-hit KO'd it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the... Okay.
Some of my damage calcs were off this game because I was using the damage calculator and I was factoring in Intimidate when I shouldn't have been because of like the recent updates to the damage calculator. So
yeah, it does it auto.
That was kind of annoying, and there was a couple opportunities that I had. I probably just could have Earthquake through her team with Lando, but I didn't do the calc.
Yes, I was thinking that when I was watching the battle.
Also, my mindset here is that Anna was the worst team in the league last year. My team matches up very, very well against her. I'd rather just play it safe and get the win than, go
That's
in
smart.
hard, especially after I lost Vikavolt. I'm like, all right, I need to back up, play this safe.
Wow. Gyro Ball just kills Venusaur at 68. That's
it's
crazy
stack attacker,
strong.
dude. It's what it's supposed to do.
Stack attacker.
All right,
Number
here's a
overall
little
pick.
bit of bad luck, I think. It's a smart protector
Okay.
card, heal up with leftovers a little bit, and stall my Trick Room turns. But
Right.
I think...
Oh, you missed on the...
miss on the low. That would have done some work.
Then, yeah, you would have 2-hit KO'd it. But she doesn't kill you. She goes for sub. Okay. Calm Mind. Gyro Ball. Let me think. I guess you always have Ampapom just to revenge kill this. All you have to do is destroy its sub, and you can just fake it out. So it's not too big of an issue. Yep, then you go Ampapom. Fake out. That does so much. Is that Technician?
On Ambipom? Yeah, you know it. I was just trying to get as much fake out damage as I could. Like, I even ran Tail Slap over, or Return over Tail Slap on this team, specifically because I was worried, about the mischance. And I just really wanted to play this one safe, because I knew that this was an easy win. I needed to start my season off right. I didn't want to lose on, like, a Tail Slap miss or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is obviously Zoroark that comes in. I got to admit, I thought when it switched the choice items on me that it would still be locked into Trick. I didn't really know that mechanic very well, and that's why I stay in there, and I ended up stacking off
you thought it was locked in.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, it's just going to keep doing this, whatever. Anyway, it allows Ambipom to come in for free and get the KO on it, which is very helpful. And at this point, Ambipom just starts getting kills. I think I played this scenario pretty well. I could have just gone in an Earthquake with Lando, I suppose.
But you want to take a burn.
So what I did is I sent out this, because it has Natural Cure in its base form. So I'm like, oh, if I get burned, then I can just switch out and refresh the scenario. But the Morning Sun's going to be really annoying, so...
Ooh, Protect on the Dragon Dance, that was nice.
Eventually, once I have the calc, I'm pretty good. This is another scenario where I calced Intimidate and kind of paid the price for it. I didn't think I'd be able to get close to killing if I Mega.
That's why you didn't. That's why you didn't Mega. Okay. Because you would have killed it if you Mega.
Because I factored in Intimidate, but. At this point, it's pretty much over.
Yep. Hey, long battle though. 49 turns. That's pretty long.
To be fair, it actually only ran for like about a half hour or so, which I think was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
We were moving really fast, especially in the later part of it.
Gotcha.
Maybe it was like 40 minutes or so. 40 minutes probably. But like I had somewhere to be. I only could stay for like an hour, so like it didn't really take close to that. I was talking to people in Discord for a while afterwards. So unfortunately, even though she's the team that needs it the most, in my opinion, Anna did not make any free agent transactions after this battle. So she's going into week 2 without a Ghost, Rock, or Steel type again.
Or Electric type. Hey, Vikavolt.
But in all seriousness,
okay.
I did make a couple free agent transactions. I had Reuniclus.
Tell us about it.
I had Reuniclus on the team. It didn't. I thought for sure Reuniclus had Baton Pass. It does not. So like I was thinking that it had that when I drafted it. Wasn't really happy with it. I also realized in this game I don't really have many ice type switch-ins. So I was like, Suicune's sitting in tier 2, so I switched those two out. I also at that point I'm like, Qualter is good, but it's not really what I'm looking for right now. It doesn't really fit.
It's not bulky enough.
Yeah, it doesn't have the bulk that I want. I just got another water type. Slow. So I ended up switching that around, picked up Uxie and Fortress as well, so I can set up hazards a little bit better. Dropped something else too. I forget what the heck it was.
Oh, the Savali that Dave.
Oh yeah,
up.
Savali. I didn't really care about that. Like it was Savali was from an old draft on my team. The draft was actually super frustrating for me because I got like really flustered during the draft. I made a lot of bad draft decisions and didn't stick to. I didn't really stick to my draft ideals. I didn't really have a plan. I didn't stick to like the theming that I wanted. So I'm slowly rebuilding that. I think honestly, I'm probably just gonna burn all my free agent transactions within the first 3 weeks.
Ooh.
And then just make do with the team from there. Because like I think I team build and plan better when I'm not thinking about other Pokemon that I could pick up.
Definitely. I did the similar thing season 1. It's not a bad strategy at all.
But yeah, that's pretty much all the matches. If we want to look at the standings real quick while we're still on the call.
Yeah, sure. Let's pull them up.
So,
dude, me and Jeff tied in first.
Right. I think that, you guys both had very convincing wins. It was never really in doubt.
Yeah.
I honestly think Glumac should probably be tied with you guys as well, in terms of like overall how impressive it was and everything. I think he had harder opponents than either of you. Well, actually, Chris White's a really hard opponent too, but your team matched up pretty well against him. Your team matched up pretty well against him comparatively. But like I think that like you three are definitely the three that are like looking like playoff contenders right now. I had one of the easier opponents and I played it really, really safe. I probably could have gotten like a +4 if I had done things a little bit differently, but I was just concerned about pulling out the W. And outside of that, what team in the bottom there do you think has like the most mobility to like make a bounce back performance?
Okay, I think Eric, just with his new additions, can annoy a lot of the other teams just with his bulk. And like Celesteela Blissey, that's annoying to break through. Like he can definitely make a pace. And also just if Chris White gets a better handling of how to play his team, I think he can make a nice bounce back.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by Chris's team. Probably because I'm prepping for it now.
It's so good. It's really solid.
I think Jacob's the best battler of the 4 of them, though. So
that's exactly. I think Jacob is the best battler. I think once he learns his team, because he preps with Dave.
Jacob does know his team pretty well because it's very similar to the one he took last season.
Klefki, Kumala, all there from last season,
and it's stuff that I think he wanted but wasn't able to get last season too. So
right.
I think he should already be kind of familiar with his team. I just think he wasn't prepared for Glumac's overwhelming offense.
Exactly. I think he just got overpowered.
I want
to see. He didn't bring Heatran or Necrozma. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was expecting. I didn't expect Heatran at all because
the ground types. Yeah. But Necrozma, man, that's a second overall pick.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what he has in store for that. I'm surprised he didn't bring it because there wasn't really too much on the other team that I thought invalidated it. But I'm not really an expert with Necrozma myself, so.
I think he had crunch on Lucario just for that Necrozma.
Yeah.
I think that's why it had crunch.
Yeah. But anyway, this season or this week in the for our division, we have you're going up against Anna. Okay. Do you have a normal type in store for us? I hope so. No, but in all seriousness, I'm probably gonna call that 4-0 or something in your favor.
All right, I'll take it.
I don't think it'll be particularly close until Anna makes some team building changes. I think she'll probably peak around the middle of the season. Once she's actually able to have some more free time to look over her team. I know she's been busy lately. So once she manages to look through her team and everything, she should bounce back a bit.
I agree.
But I think that this week is pretty much an auto loss. Glumac versus Eric. What do you think for that?
Ooh, I think it's either going to be a blowout for Glumac or a really close battle. I don't see it going any other way. I'm going
to call another blowout for Glumac. I don't think Eric's ready yet. I don't think he's in the zone.
Exactly.
He's off playing DB Fighters.
DBZ. Fighter Z.
So, again, Eric, once he learns his team a little bit better and actually gets into it, I think Eric's going to have one of the best second half performances in the division. But I'm not really looking for him to do much this week in particular.
That's fair.
Jeff versus Jacob should be an interesting one.
Ooh, that's going to be cool.
Honestly, could see that going either way.
Mm-hmm.
Heatron should actually put in some work that game. So
Oh,
now that
true. He doesn't have
yeah, because on Jeff's team,
Linden.
what does he have to break Heatron?
Maybe Earthquake on Zardex.
Mammoth.
Mamo.
He has options, but at
But
the same
still.
time, it's not like he matches up super well against it like Lumac did.
No, if it like toxic and subs, it could be annoying.
So this time we might be able to see Jacob sort of establish more of a game plan, because he was on the
I think
back
he'll be able to
foot
get
from
set
like
up.
the beginning against Lumac.
Exactly. Yeah, too much pressure.
So that could be interesting. I could see that going either way. I'm gonna give like the slight odds to Jeff for now.
I want to say a 3-0 for
Yeah.
Jeff for that one.
And then it leaves me versus Chris White. I think I'm a little bit better of a battler. I think he's probably going to prep just as well as I am, though, and his team naturally does beat mine.
Tyler does help him. Yeah.
So, like, I'm expecting to go into this one. I'm probably going to lose, like, 3-0 or something.
What?
Yeah, it's going to be one of my harder weeks, for sure.
Dude, no. This is the run back from the very first game.
Yeah, so watch. He's going to break through Para 18 of 19 turns again.
It's the run back.
Nah, but
Dude, this is the salty season.
In all seriousness, though, I think he matches up pretty darn well against me. If I can break like 2 or 3 Pokemon, I might be able to break the whole team. But
I think the game plan from our practice matches is you got to keep Lando alive and healthy.
Yeah, if I stack off Lando to another HP Ice, I swear, I'm not.
You need Lando healthy.
Depending if I get blown out by Chris White, if there's a certain Pokemon that annoys me way too much in this match, I will be changing my team around next week.
Oh wow.
But like we'll see how this goes. This is going to be like kind of a testing grounds for me.
Definitely, should be fun.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait.
Just wrap
I can't wait to see how we do here because like the third week obviously is the inter conference matches, and this is where we get the smack talk the other division.
Yep.
So we'll see when it comes to that. But for now, I'm hoping that we just have like an interesting hype week within the own division. Determine the playoff picture a bit.
Yeah, it'll make everything more clear, I think, because we only have one game of data.
Right, but do you want to kind of wrap up here for the week?
Yeah, I think we covered everything we need to.
All right then, I'm gonna stop recording, and I'll see you guys around next week.
Peace out, everyone.
Insert the ending music here.
Hopefully with Jeff. Bye.